Hello, my name is Pulo Samore. I'm the Curator of Fashion and Textiles here at Museum Africa in Newtown, Johannesburg. So I have an invitation out to all of you. On the 27th of June, I'm curating an exhibition together with 5 students, one of which is behind the camera right now, titled Fashion Meets Jazz at Museum Africa. So where does the idea come from? So I thought about, actually the idea is from what, 2018? I thought about fashion meets Amapiano, believe it or not. But I thought Amapiano is too popular, it's gonna alienate certain audiences, so yeah, I just kept quiet. So I thought to myself, why not jazz, right? Jazz sort of like has the ability to unite all of us. From jazz came hip-hop with other genres. And I thought, since I have a very old collection of textiles and fashion objects, why not blend the two? So because I have a fashion program with the students, a mentorship program with the students, I brought this idea to them. And to my surprise, they went like, yippee, yay, this is great, let's do it, man. So their ideas together with mine, we're gonna talk about jazz and fashion around 3 questions, okay? So the first question is around about where we are from regarding jazz, right, and fashion. So this is sort of like paying homage to the past, right? Your Yvonne Chaka Chakas, your Mary Makeba, but we do not want to do it sort of like at a general level. So we want to bring it to home, right? So one of the students is actually going to curate a space where how she remembers her family, her lounge, her grandmother, and the conversations that they happened there. And another question talks about where we are currently as a people. Because as you all know, with the divisions of the world, Trump with the tariffs, war in Ukraine, war in Iran, Afrikaners going to the US, divisions everywhere, right? So we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to move about where we are going as a people, as a nation, as South Africans. So now that we are acknowledging the past, now that we know where are we actually going? What are the possibilities of uniting us together through different lenses and discourses? There's also going to be an LGBTQ voice that is featured as part of the exhibition. And yeah, so the idea is to bring us together and have serious conversations. But the key is also to have fun, ladies and gentlemen, okay? It's quite a serious exhibition, yes, but you'll notice when you walk in, it will be colorful, it will be friendly, it'll be tough, but we're gonna have fun while having these conversations, because people associate jazz with seriousness, right? Like, yeah, we're just like a Mahmoud, we're just talking, having whiskey and wine, and that's it. No. You can have a beer, just like talk about politics, but while being conscious, black consciousness as well. So, yeah, so that's the whole agenda. So it becomes successful, maybe it can be done elsewhere, in other universities, other museums, and maybe it can go traveling, who knows. But yeah, so that's the gist of it. So come through on the 27th of June. You are welcome, it's on a Friday. Most of you would have been paid if you're working. So yeah, looking forward to having you.
Hello, my name is Erica de Kreef. I am the co-curator of Fashion Accounts in Museum Africa, together with Wanda Lafoto and Alison Maloney. And this incredible opportunity to curate an exhibition at Museum Africa has shifted also really the audience, the exposure, the kinds of questions that the exhibition could address. And it really gave us an opportunity to think about not just our own work, but to think about the next generation of curators, possibly. So we launched a really exciting project together with Pelosa Moore from Museum Africa and myself as the co-founder of the African Fashion Research Institute. We decided we're going to have what it takes to be a fashion curator, a learnership. It's a 6-week learnership that really covers, it plants the seeds of what it means to be a curator. What are the kinds of questions that fashion curation can address? What are the kinds of conversations that things either inside the museum or things that have been left out of the museum, how do they come into view, and what is the role of a curator to do that? So we had 5 amazing students for our first learnership program, and we look forward to the outcomes of this project, which I think you're going to be seeing around us. in the exhibition. So, you know, there are so many ways to tell a story, and we are inundated with television, newspapers, radio, podcasts, but somehow as South Africans, we haven't really thought about museums in a kind of decolonial, in a 21st century, in a post-apartheid way of thinking, can these fashion objects tell different stories for different communities in different ways? So our exhibition and the really kind of exciting work that we're able to do is, this exhibition is called Fashion and Jazz, when fashion meets jazz, and how that starts to allow a whole new set of stories to come into view. And together with our student learners, who are now able to call themselves curators, we share the platform, we share the space with you. And I look forward to it.
Hi, my name is Tando, and I am currently I'm in a learnership for fashion curation here at Museum Africa. So basically, my display is going to be an homage to my grandfather, because I feel like my family isn't really fashion forward, and he's like the only person who's fashion forward. Like, I want to say that I took that from my grandfather. He dresses really well, so I wanted to pay homage to him. And I heard my grandmother speaking about Sophia Town, and then I guess I just also asked my grandfather about it and what they wear, because he analyzes people's style and fashion, so I wanted his opinion about it. So it's basically an homage to him and saying, you know what, black men dressed well too. Fights for their respect in a way. It wasn't verbally, it wasn't physically, it was because of fashion. Fashion is a communicator, and I think that's something I really love about fashion and why I'm studying it, because I love creating things that tell a story or something that will resonate with somebody and, like, you know, make them feel like they're home even though they're far away from home.
Fashion curation for me is a perfect blend between the two worlds of history and telling the story of something that has already happened and something that is currently happening and currently unfolding as we see life happening to us. And so I think the value of fashion curation for me lies in this twofold idea of telling a story of something that has taken place, something that has happened, but also curating a conversation and discourse about what is currently happening in the world and what is currently affecting us as people. And so this idea of fashion curation goes a lot further than just, you know, a historical capturing of a moment, but really translates into, you know, a present day movement of what we feel as people and what we want to tell further through our stories for our children one day. And that for me is the value of fashion curation. My installation, Harmony and Dissonance, explores these themes of harmony and dissonance in the historical sense of jazz, South African jazz, and also fashion, and how we currently display harmony and dissonance through what we wear and our clothing choices. This idea of harmony and dissonance is also looked at through the lens of finding dissonance within a manufactured sense of harmony that we have created for ourselves post 1994, but also this idea of how harmony was created through all the dissonance and within this world of dissonance and separation pre-94 in the apartheid era. This idea of harmony and dissonance also goes a lot further and asks the viewers to really interact and engage with what harmony means to them and what dissonance means to them, and what does it mean in a relation to one another, and does it mean that we have harmony if it is manufactured and if it was man-made and man-created? Sorry. Yeah, you can cut it there.
Hello, my name is Aya. I am a fashion buying student at Stadio, and yeah, I'm now interning as a fashion curator. Based off of my experience here and my perspective, I would say that to be a good fashion curator, you need to love people, because fashion curation is very deeply rooted in storytelling, and you cannot tell somebody's story if you do not love them, if you do not understand them, if you do not have patience for them, and if you're not kind towards them or their community. And when you are all those things, it makes you empathize with their story even more, so you can tell it even more effectively.
Hi, my name is Nonhlanhla Malobane. I am a co-fashion curator at the Africa Museum, and I'm the co-curator for the exhibition Jazz Meets Fashion, and the name of my exhibition is the Ledwaba Family. Basically, it's a recreation living room of my great-grandmother, and I decided to choose her living room specifically because this is a place where stories of past political apartheid activists, black to be specific, black and Indian, where they would run away from the system and they found themselves in my great-grandmother's house. And basically this is a space where they were able to feel free. This is a space where a lot of jazz music was predominantly played back in the day, and they found a place of rest and peace whenever they went to her house, specifically as fugitives or just running away from the system and the harsh police system back in the day. So I just wanted to recreate that safe space, and I wanted to feature her living room because the idea of jazz reminded me of how it was growing up, listening to different kinds of artists, Miriam Makeba, Hugh Masekela, Yvonne Chaka Chaka, and it was such an amazing place to be, and yeah.
Hello, Ntuli here. I'm a photographer, curator. I'm here to answer a question on what it takes to be a fashion curator. For me, it's just expertise and the knowledge, of course, of how to curate, whether in a space of a museum. Of course, you have to consider the location, the history, the background, which include research, and to create these scenes. And of course, curation is about storytelling, I think. So from intro to the body and to the conclusion. Shout out to Museum Africa, shout out to Dr. Erika, shout out to Pulo Somo. X-Men the movie maker. Come through 27 June and be part of the exhibition Fashion and Jazz, which I'll be curating. Looking forward for the meetup and the sit-up and drinks. Sure.